Okay, just at round two. Woo! Oh, guys. Hey, it's Robert. and over the weekend, I came out as gay, and so I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So, kind of what happened over this last weekend, give you a brief history, what my life was like growing up, and talk about people's responses, right? Because yeah, I've had a lot. Why I came out and what my hope is, in the process of this. So, yeah, just start basically. So over this past weekend, I watched the film Love, Simon. Loved that film. It was absolutely great. It kind of reminds me of, the YouTube coming out stories. I absolutely love you guys on YouTube. Thank you so much. I probably wouldn't be here if it hadn't have been for some of the stories, just being so depressed, so down at nights. So yeah, thank you so much. Real quick plug to YouTube coming out stories. Thank you. Yeah, so came out from the movie and I was like, you know what? It's time. I prayed briefly and was like, God, okay, let's do this, and felt like it was right. So the responses I've gotten on YouTube, not YouTube, but Facebook, oh my God, they've been across the board and everything else. And yeah, that's not my goal for this video. So brief history about me is I was raised right here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, right in the buckle of the Bible Belt, and here you do what's right, you work hard, and you be perfect as much as you can. And while it's not spoken about, that perfectness, you have to be so perfect. So if you're not, then God's going to squash you, and you're going to go to hell, and that you don't want to go to hell. So that's my paraphrase of what it was. And growing up, that was passed down into our family, even though we didn't in word we said, oh no, that wasn't right. In our actions, that was what we did. I had twin sisters that passed away back in 98 and 2000. And that was tough for us. So during that time, we ended up isolating. We went off Messianic. Not a bad thing in and of itself. I don't regret a lot of the different things, but one thing led to another, and we ended up isolating. So that really hurt. Hit me right around puberty, everything else, and yeah, times that I should have been able to talk to people. I felt, so repressed. So I was so scared. Didn't have any place any outlet to talk. I was just thinking back, no friends that I could just bounce it off of. I didn't realize, okay, well, you hang out with friends and you talk about things and talk about sex and masturbating and all these other things, and no, that wasn't talked about. In fact, I was guilted for it when I came out, which, I want to be as gentle as I can, but shame on you. Like that should not be something that you should guilt a child for. Yeah. Don't do it. So yeah, kept on going. I stagnated. I stuffed for so many years. I forgot who I was. I'm still finding that out today. Age 26 comes to a breaking point. The way it went down was not good. It wasn't good. Maybe I'll talk about it a little bit more in detail in another video. But yeah, my dad calls the police on myself, my brother, and my sister. And 30 minutes later, we're off the property. I didn't know where I was going to go. I didn't know what I was going to do, how I was going to make money or whatever. Basically, my aunt put it best. I was a 15-year-old in a 26-year-old's body. And that was 3.5, 4 years ago. It's tough to this day. I'm learning. I'm happy that I'm developing, that I'm walking out of these, this stagnancy, and I'm learning who I am. And hey, finding out that I'm gay, that's been a part of it. Going way back, I've had crushes on guys. I've really looked up to guys. I've tried to love girls. I've tried to check them out. Yeah, they're beautiful. Hey, you know what? I'm a believer. I'm just gonna say it. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ as my Savior. I have a relationship with God. I'm baptized in the Holy Spirit. Yeah, the relationship is really what it boils down to with me. Had I not had that relationship, guys, I wouldn't have been here. So that's my story. It's where I came from. It doesn't have to be your story. But yeah, I was attracted to guys. Come to find out, I tried to date. I didn't work out real well, and it just doesn't interest me. You guys that are gay and you kind of get it, but the people that I came from, they don't get this. So I guess that's who this video is focused to, is just to kind of, if you're open enough to just hear a little bit of my heart, a little bit of my story, because it's my story. So yeah, that led to about 8 months ago, and I realized, hey, I'm gay. Or at least somewhat. I didn't want to accept that. I finally came out about 3 months ago or whatever, and realized, well, you know what? I think I am gay now. And so just taking it small steps at a time, not trying to rush anything or be anything that everybody else says it is, or just join one group, just to be let down by another group. No, guys, don't do that. Take it at your time, and be who you are. Don't let anybody rush you. So I came out first to my brother, and came out to a close friend, and both of them, oh man, they've been so good. I've come out to so many different friends. Actually, a girl that I was trying to date, I came out to her, and she was so chill about it. She was so good. Thanks, Lauren. Anyway, I just reached this point where, hey, it's time. I watched an Ellen show recently, and the one where she came out, and she actually talked about it with Oprah, and I'm like, wow, I love that part I love how she said it's okay to be gay. And guys, we're not talking about whether it's righteous or whether you'll go to heaven or hell. We've got to get to the point where we're able to talk about it first. There are hurts on both sides, okay? And it's not going to be easy, but I guess my hope is that we will talk about these things, and we are able to have a conversation about it, and at least just, dialogue, for crying out loud. Yeah. So people's responses, I've had anything from, I guess the thing that gets me most is people that are believers, that say they're believers, and they immediately treat me like I'm going to hell. And guys, that may be the case. Okay, I can go there. It's never an excuse to treat people like that. That turns me off, and it's definitely not the way Jesus would have done it. So if there's anything, please don't try to make me into the image of who you think I should be. If you're able to hear that, I realize it's not easy to talk about that, but I guess, yeah. The people that I value most have been the people that have leveled straight with me, gone, hey, listen, Robert, I have no idea. I don't agree with where you're headed. Obviously, I'm not gay or that sort of thing, but these are straight friends. And but you know what? It doesn't change who you are. I'm still your friend. Those are the real friends. I think that's where we have to get to first to even begin to talk about it. So why I came out was, guys, I've hidden it for so long, and this is a big part of my life, okay? Like, sexuality is a big part of my life, and to suppress that sort of thing, it's wrong. It's doing an injustice. So I'm like, hey, it should be open. God can deal with my honesty. And hopefully you can. That's my prayer. what my hope is, I guess, out of this video. We're at 10 minutes. I know the last video was too. Briefly, guys, let's start a conversation. Let's talk. I'm not going to talk with you for 2 hours or 1 hour even about and try to bash heads, far as, trying to persuade one another to one thing, but we can talk about each other's stories. We can talk about things that we have in common. We can talk about, our creator, what, how he made, and hey, what's like, are you attracted to that guy over there? Like, is he hot? Those type questions. We can talk like normal people will. And guys, sorry guys, for the rest of you, you're like, what in the world? Like, does he have to even explain this? Yeah. My homies, my group, guys, we got to go back to basics. So that's where we're going. Love you guys. I love each and every one of you. I've gotten on the Christian side. Hey, you know what? I've gotten attacked. I've got sin is sin. We're going literal. And stuff it. That's sex. We shouldn't talk about these things. I've gotten on the quote unquote worldly side. And that hey, you just be you. We'll accept you for who you are, and hey, if you want to be a girl, that type of thing, guys, that's just not my thing at the moment. But still, hey, I mean, I'm not putting anybody down. No, we got to come to a place where, as human beings, we value people for who they are, and especially if you're a believer, we should be valuing that more than anybody else, guys. God created each and every person on the earth. That's how I believe, and if he created this other person, I should value them just as much as I'm valued myself. So I'll get off my soapbox this time. Let's talk again. Try to keep it under 5 minutes next time. Love you guys. Bye.